My wife has anxiety, but what exactly is anxiety? I don't really know, so what I did was Google the definition. Intense, excessive, and persistent worry and fear about everyday situations. Fast heart rate, rapid breathing, sweating, and feeling tired may occur.
I realized I had anxiety my senior year of nursing school when I was waking up with palpitations. At that time I didn't know what palpitations were, but I was waking up and my heart felt like it was coming out of my chest and I couldn't breathe. And this was always like before an exam, and even when I used to go into an exam, anyone would drop a pen and I would just get distracted and couldn't breathe and didn't know what was going on until I had a meeting with my professor, and she told me that I had a 76 in the class and that I should completely stop this class and restart next year. But I realized I still had 2 exams left and a final, and I wasn't going to quit. But I gave that as a sign that I knew something was going on with me, but that was the push that I needed to actually go to a doctor, and that's when I got diagnosed. As far as how my anxiety is and how severe it is, at this point today that we are recording this video, it is very severe because I have a hormonal imbalance and my thyroid levels and iodine are very elevated. So it does increase my anxiety. So I definitely have severe anxiety right now.
Anxiety can be normal in stressful situations, such as public speaking or taking a test. Anxiety is only an indicator of underlying disease when feelings become excessive, all-consuming, and interfere with daily living.
So I do a lot of things for my anxiety, but particularly what I really do enjoy is meditating, and I am a medical marijuana patient. But for those of you who are not, who are afraid of marijuana or don't want to be patients, CBD has absolutely helped so much, and that's what I normally use for my anxiety. So my anxiety can be severe in different certain situations, like driving. Also when my workload is very high, like if I have a lot of calls with my clients, and public speaking, or even being in big crowds and having to interact with people. Also meeting new people, because I also have social anxiety. So if I don't know you, I might come off as like rude or mean, but it's just because I have really bad anxiety that I'm meeting you.
One of the things I do to help and empathize with those who have anxiety is I listen, and I actively listen. I don't put myself in their shoes. I don't put myself in the situations that they deal with, but I try my best to give respectful feedback, and I give feedback with certain boundaries so it doesn't feel like what they're feeling is not right. Particularly with my wife, we've agreed to stick to a routine. It's easy on her brain and it's good for her memory. A routine is key when trying to help someone with anxiety.
I help people by sharing my story and not being afraid to be vulnerable, because I know that there are a lot of people who struggle with anxiety who are afraid to speak up or they feel alone. So sharing my story has absolutely helped so many people, and just sharing the holistic natural ways that I manage my anxiety, like we talked before, meditation, CBD, and now I am a cannabis consultant and I help people get their medical marijuana card to be able to lessen their anxiety. The message that I want to give to those who don't struggle with anxiety is that I know it's hard dealing with someone with anxiety and you may never understand it. But if you are living with someone with anxiety, please try to educate yourself in what it is so that you can better support your loved ones. Now, Now, for those who are struggling with anxiety, don't take it on your loved ones that may not understand. It's your job to communicate your needs and ask for support. Know that you are not alone. You're not crazy. It's okay to not be okay, but please seek help and don't ignore it. Your diagnosis does not define you.